Hello all, Mike2 Rant, number 2, incoming. I'm using this one to bring you clan news as well, since some big things are going down. But before I do, I want to take a minute to congratulate those featured in the attacks that you'll see. These 4 members were featured, and I'll offer a quick tip or observation to each of you. So be watching for the things that I point out as you listen to me gab about us. PM, never thought I would say this, but seriously awesome attack, and I believe it's the first time I've ever seen the kamikaze loon drop to kill CC troops in Holder Clashers. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with. The second attack is from D-Raw, or Draw. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that, as Clash isn't exactly an audio-based game. So if you want to let me know how you envision pronouncing that, Draw or D-Raw, that'd be great. My tip for you, though, is to use archers to move the CC troops back and forth to get them in a tighter ball. The difference between archers and barbs in that regard, and I was talking to Goonie about this the other day, is that when you deploy barbs, they go towards the CC troops, making it so that the ranged troops that come out of the CC do not have to go any further to chase down the barbs. They just let them come to them, meaning that the space in between the wizards and archers and potential other troops is going to stay the same because they won't have to keep chasing. However, with archers, all of the ranged troops have to be in relatively the same range of the archers, so it gives those wizards a little bit of time to catch up and be tightened up into a ball with those archers, making it easier for anything that utilizes splash damage to kill them. The third attack is from Jake. Great pathing, good attack, and my tip is to try to overlap spells a little less, especially rages, considering most of the time when you're using a rage-based drag attack, you do not need 2 to be able to get through storages or any high HP buildings. You only need 1 typically, and if you're using 2, you're just taking away from extra time that drags can spend in each spell, and that's what you want. You want the most value for your spells that you can possibly have. The fourth and final attack is from Maximus, or Maxi as I like to call him. This quite honestly could be on the One Hive how to drag loom video that I love to tout to people, and this is because he took out 2 ADs for the price of 3 spells and the CC loons. And what he did here, which some of you may know to do, some of you may not, what he does is he waits for the dragons to get in range of the last AD that he is targeting with the loons, so that when he deploys his loons, the AD won't immediately start targeting them and picking them off one by one. On to the big changes. Number 1, the strike system isn't working at 100% yet. There are some unintended consequences and things that we need to tweak. This will be a work in progress until leadership is comfortable with the level of fairness. Here are the latest revisions to the system. Number 1, no force outs unless an attack is missed and leadership hasn't heard from them. Number 2, we are rewording the rule about calling a base by battle day to attacking without calling a base first on first attack, provided that there are available options in squad. It's a bit wordier, but that's really what we had intended with that rule, but there were some things that made it seem a bit punitive, so we changed it. Number 3, strikes will stay on record for 2 weeks. 4 weeks is far too long that we are finding. And quite honestly, you could see some elders and co's that are booted because of this rule. We did not realize that it would be so easy to accrue strikes, but hopefully with 2 weeks we will be able to tell who are the true repeat offenders and who are the dependable people. So those are the changes to the strike system, and brings me to my next point here. A while ago we increased the minimum Clashers eligibility requirements to Town Hall 8 and Drags level 3. This was at odds with how I believe that we built this clan in the first place, which was investing in lower Town Hall members and seeing them grow into productive Town Hall 8s and 9s that just wreck bases left and right. Now, we are moving it back down to Town Hall 7, the Drags, and 3 spells. Out of 39 total Clashers members, lately we've been warring at 20v20. When you extrapolate that to having a 50-member cap, we will likely war at 30 or 35. Piggybacking on this subject, the move to cap membership at 39 was intended to keep wars 35 and under before the opt-out, opt-in system, and that was so that we could help with organization and the donation load. These concerns don't seem to apply in the current state of the clan as well as the game. Plus, it will be good to have an influx of new members from Origins. By Dare Bear's latest estimates, we have somewhere between 10, 15, maybe even 20 Origins members who would be newly eligible for call-ups. So we could hit 50 instantly if all of them want to come up. Dare Bear, our resident clan system roster Nazi, and quite possibly my right-hand man, is putting the finishing touches on the specific names that will be called up, and it will likely be posted later this weekend. Some miscellaneous announcements. Congratulations to Clashers on their 4th ever perfect war, and we should be trying to have everybody join GroupMe. It is an essential planning tool, with more members being of higher town hall levels. Let's keep kicking ass, and subscribe to the Holder Clashers Attacks channel on YouTube.